Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Christine with Gauge Girl Training, an online meal planning and coaching service. And today I'm going to talk about the top 3 dieting myths. So let's get started. Alright guys, so you can't go anywhere on the internet without somebody telling you some BS about how to lose weight. And I'm going to explain to you guys the top 3 BS myths that just agitate me to no end. And I want to debunk those with science, as always, and walk you guys through some very common misconceptions that I guarantee over 90% of you have in the forefront of your mind as we speak right now. So, number 1, you need to go low carb to lose weight. Everywhere you go, everybody is depicting carbohydrates as the devil, and that is absolutely not true. Here's the problem. What a lot of people don't understand is that there are 3 macronutrients that make up the caloric content of food: protein, carbs, and fat. Now, carbohydrates are one of them. Carbohydrates are rice, pasta, bread. Vegetables are carbs. A variety of things like that. But the thing that a lot of people don't understand is that for every 1 gram of carbohydrate you eat, it binds 2.7 grams of water. So essentially about 3 times the volume of every carb you eat will bind 3x the amount in water. So if you can envision every time you eat a carbohydrate, a gram of carbohydrate, picture that you are also eating a bubble of water that is 3 times the size of that. So the thing is, what a lot of quick fix fad diets who promise you that you're going to lose so much weight in the first week or 2 is they reduce your carbs and that reduces your water weight. And that's not true weight loss, you guys, because when you deplete yourself of carbs, you're also depleting yourself of water, because again, 1 gram of carbohydrates binds 3 grams of water. And the thing is, it's like, think about it. Like when you make oatmeal, when you make rice, it absorbs water and it's fluffy. All carbohydrates are like fluffy and moist. Like think of cake, think of bread. They're like big and fluffy. So here's the thing, you guys. This has a lot of people thinking, well, I mean, I do get smaller when I drop my carbs, so I just want to stay away from that, right? Wrong. You don't want to avoid carbohydrates, you guys. You need energy. Carbohydrates are fuel. So you might be a little bit confused because you could be saying, well, Christine, how does that work? How can I eat carbs and not get puffy? Here is how, you guys. You need to be dialed in and eating the right amount of carbohydrates for your body. And in order to do that, you need to understand a few things about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates boost your insulin. Insulin's a fat storing hormone. However, insulin is also a muscle building hormone. And it's a muscle building hormone because it allows your body to be anabolic. Anabolic puts your body in a state where it is able to build muscle. Why? Because when carbohydrates hit your bloodstream, insulin is the receptor that says, okay, let's take all of that glucose out of the blood and let's shuttle it into the cells. That's a good thing when it comes to building muscle because you need glucose. It also allows glucose to come into the muscles. It also allows amino acids to come into the muscle. So you need glucose. You need energy. You cannot be eating like next to nothing when it comes to carbohydrates and then expect to go to the gym and have any amount of gains in your legs, in your glutes, in your shoulders. Like, you need the energy to work out. You absolutely 100% without a doubt need energy to work out. So a lot of this leads into my second point, which is myth number 2, which is you need to starve in order to lose weight. You guys, that is complete and utter foolishness. The problem is you need to eat the right food. You don't need to necessarily eat less. You're just eating the wrong things, and you are so used to foods that are very processed, foods that are very calorically dense, so that way when you change, you feel like you don't have anything to eat or you just don't know what to eat. And the problem is you need to retrain your brain how to eat, essentially. And that sounds like a very crazy concept, but it's true. You don't need to starve to lose weight. Eating less does not equal more and more and more results. Some people think, okay, they can outsmart the system and just be like, you know what, I'm at 1,200 calories. You know what, I'm going to do 1,100. I'm going to do 1,000. I'm going to do 900. You know what, I'm going to eat 700 calories a day, and by God, I will lose this weight. Guys, it doesn't work that way. There's something called your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate. Your body needs a certain amount of energy just to function, you guys. And you can't outsmart your body where you're going to be like, you know what, body? F you, F my metabolic processes, F the ability that my internal systems need to create enzymes, that my blood needs to pump my heart, that all these things that are happening inside of your body that you don't even realize and or appreciate. And you know what? I'm just going to eat less because I'm going to win. Your body's going to say, you know what? Shut up. I'm not going to do it that way, because your body doesn't want to starve. Your body is going to hold on to body fat if you eat too little. So the thing is, you guys, it's not about eating less. It's about eating the right amounts of the proper food. I can't tell you how many clients I have who consistently complain saying, Christine, I just don't know how I'm going to get all of this food in. I just don't know how I'm going to do it. And I said, the answer is simple. You eat. You eat. And once you realize how much food you can actually eat and drop body fat, look good, feel strong, and feel energetic, you guys, it's not about starving. It's not about punishing yourself. If you are one of those people that think you just need to punish yourself, and not eat, I am telling you, let this be your wake-up call. That is not the approach. That is not how to live. It's not about, oh, you know what? I'm just going to see how long I could grin and bear it. I'm just going to see how long I could suck it up. Guys, it's not about sucking it up. It's about eating nutrient-dense foods dialed in to your macronutrient goals. If you have never eaten this way, you will never experience the results you are intended to have. You guys, it doesn't have to be as difficult as so many of you are making it. I think that so many people just have this desperate need to just like go off the deep end. Like, for instance, the same behavior that causes someone to binge, just go on one caloric extreme in a surplus, they think that they could just apply the same behavior and just go in extreme caloric deficits and it works. You guys, that doesn't work. I repeat, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Any progress you make that way will be short-lived. It'll last a week or two. You will plateau. You will get sick and tired of it, and you will go back to the way you were behaving before. So the thing is, you need to change your thinking. You need to change the way you look at food. And it's not going to happen by starving yourself. Number one, it is not going to happen by starving yourself. So make sure, check out some of my other videos. Go to gagegirltraining.com. Shoot me an email if you want to know what you need to do, and like we can do like a consult or something like that. But that is not the approach that works. And last but not least, my favorite myth of them all is I will never be lean. That will never happen for me, you guys. Absolutely not true. I was once one of those people who thought I would never have abs. I thought that, you know, I am just a little bit heavier set. I told myself I had bigger bones. I told myself it wasn't in my genetic makeup. I told myself it wasn't possible. If you tell yourself something's not possible, it's not going to be possible. But the reality is, you guys, now you cannot change your hip width. You cannot change your torso length. You cannot change basic fundamentals like that. But you guys, if you eat and train in order to drop body fat, your overall aesthetics will change. You can get lean. But the reality is, a lot of you guys are not willing to carefully and do the detailed work to eat properly. And it's not about just being, oh, well, I'm trying to eat better. You guys, like, trying is relative. For some people, trying means, oh, I'm having light beer as opposed to regular beer. For other people, trying might mean, oh, well, you know, I ate a kale quinoa salad. That's healthy, right? Or for other people, it's just like, oh, well, I ate yogurt and, you know, I have shakes. But that's not good enough. I'm sorry, guys. It's not good enough to just vaguely try. It's like, let's say you're going somewhere, like you need to, let's say you're going from New York to London. You don't just try to get to London. You have a ticket, you have a seat, you have an airline, you have there are very specific steps. You have to have your passport, you have to have this, you have to have that. Like, you don't just like try to get there. You go there by following these calculated plans and steps. And then even when you're on the airplane, like the pilot has exact coordinates and radar and things that they follow to get there. You guys, it doesn't just magically happen, and you need to get rid of that myth that like you can just try a little bit harder and it happened. What you need is a blueprint. What you need is a guide. What you need is something that will tell you exactly how to get there. So don't be shocked when you don't get the results that you want, when you're not doing the work, when you're not following a blueprint, when you are not actually measuring and calculating and figuring things out. And now some of you are going to turn around and say, well, that's just too hard. I don't want to live that way. I don't want to. Then you know what? Then don't do it. Then don't do it. Because unless you take an eyes wide open approach and get a grasp on this stuff of what's going to work for you. Now, are you going to have to measure everything for the rest of your life from here on out? No. But you would do yourself a huge favor if you did it for a period of time to figure out how to get things moving, and you will be shocked at how substantial your results will be when you actually dial things in. So if you guys need any help, if you have questions or concerns, go to GageGirlTraining.com or shoot me an email, Christine@MuscleGauge.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe. See you in the next one.